Hello, Fat.
Hello, teacher.
It's nice to see you again, Fat.
Yeah.
Yes, long time no see. We didn't see each other for 2 weeks. Okay,
Yeah.
so how are you today, Fat?
I'm fine.
Okay, very good. Well, your mom told me that you're very busy in school.
Yes.
You are, and you have to learn a lot of subjects.
Yes.
Okay. So how was your school, Fat? Is it okay?
Yes, it's
Oh,
okay.
so what's up, Fat? What did you do these past few days? Can you tell me something?
Uh, I don't remember.
Well, I saw in the news in Facebook that Vietnam is facing what do you call this one? Storm in some parts of Vietnam, right? Some
Yes.
parts of Vietnam they have flood. Do you know what's a flood, Fat?
No.
A flood that is the water overflowing the streets or the roads, right?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So now, Fat, let's have our new lesson for tonight, okay? Let's begin.
Yeah.
Okay, so tonight, Fat, we are going to learn about American history, okay? Can you say it, Fat?
Historian.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
American history. So now, okay, now, Fat, before we start, let's have first the vocabulary words, okay? Can you read the words, Fat?
Diary, historical document, detail, event, alive, pioneer.
All right, so diary, historical document, detail, event, alive, and pioneer. Okay, next one, Fat.
Wagon, alongside travelers. Rich recall Mr. Symbol.
Okay, very good. So now, Fat, this is a story about diaries. Okay, now, Fat, I want you to read this story, okay? Okay, let's begin.
Did you know that diaries and historical documents, diaries from the past tell stories of days gone by? The people who wrote them took the time to write things as they saw them. They give details about events and people they knew. Each right comes alive in the words they wrote on the paper. Diaries help us to learn about how people lived and what was important to them.
Okay, very good. Continue, Fat.
Diaries of the pioneers on the horizon show help us to understand the hard times those people faced. They tell how they came looking for land buy, to build homes. They tell stories about traveling in covered wagons. They describe how children worked alongside the wagons and often wore no shoes on the path. They tell of snakes and wild animals and boxing wild river water diary describable attack, how many travelers got sick and how it failed to reach their goals.
Okay, so can you read this word again, Fat?
Uh, walk,
Okay, walked.
walk,
Okay, continue, Fat.
many diaries of the ocean straw have been made into books. These diaries are records help us understand how people live on the ocean trail. They help us understand what went right and what went wrong. This diary help us learn from their mistakes. They show us how to enjoy the simple things in life.
Okay, very good. So now, Fat, let's have useful structure. So it says here, reach someone's goal. Okay, example, I was very happy because I reached my goal. Okay, so now, Fat, can you make an example using the word reach someone's goal?
Uh, I don't know.
Hmm. Oh, come on, you try. Try making a sentence. Just use the word reach my goal or reach my dad's goal, reach my mom's
Uh,
goal.
I was very happy because uh, I reached my goal 10 points.
Okay, because I reached my goal 10 points. Right? That's your sentence?
Yes.
Okay. So let's go to the next part, Fat. Okay, so question number 1. What are some of the hardships listed above that pioneers had to face?
C. Sickness, next, and attack.
Very good. Letter C. Sickness, snakes, and attacks. All right, so next one, fact number 2. Which of the following diary entries was most likely written by a pioneer?
One of the wheel broke on the wagon today.
All right, very good. It's letter A. One of the wheels broke on the wagon today. Okay, let's have question number 3. In this passage, the author states that diaries from the past are helpful to us
Because they allow is none of the above.
it's letter B. They tell us how the writer felt and what he or she saw and heard. Okay, anyway, let's go to question number 4. If there were no diaries of the past, we would blank.
We would we would not know much of what happened in past time periods.
Okay, very good. Not know much of what happened in the past time periods. Very good. Okay, question number 5. How does diaries help us?
Diary has they give detail about events and people they knew. No,
Okay. Well, anyway, that's correct. It helped us to learn about how people lived and what was important to them. Okay. All right, so next one, Fat. How do diaries describe the children?
Diary describe a text, how many travelers got sick, and how it failed to reach their goals.
Okay. They describe how children walked alongside the wagons and often were no shoes on the path. Okay, anyway. Next one. Into which many diaries of the Oregon Trail have been made.
I don't know.
You don't know the answer?
Yes,
Okay, so the answer is it's about
books.
books. Yes, it's about books, Pat. Okay, next one. Diaries help us to learn what was blank to people how they lived.
Uh, I don't know.
Okay, so the answer here, Fat, is the word important. All right, next one, Fat. These diaries help us learn from their blank.
Uh, I success.
Okay, letter B, error or failures. All right, so we're finished with the first part, Fat. Okay, now I will open one more lesson for you. Okay, wait for me, Fat. All right, wait a minute, Fat, because it's still opening, okay?
Okay.
Let's wait for a few seconds. Okay, Fat, here's our second lesson for tonight. Okay, so here we're going to talk about the weather. Okay, can you say it, Fat? The weather. Can you read it, Fat, one more time, please?
The weather.
Okay, so Fat. Okay, I will ask you what kind of weather do you like? Do you like a sunny,
I
windy,
like
rainy?
sunny. I
Sunny?
like sunny. Yes,
Why? Why do you like a sunny weather?
because I can go anywhere.
Yes, you can go out anywhere and you can play, right?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Me too. I like also sunny weather because we can go out without using the umbrella. And sometimes I also wanted to have a rainy weather because it is called also as a bed weather. It means all the people likes to sleep and relax. Okay. All right. So fast. Let's have listening skills. Listen and finish the exercises. All right, Fat. Before we start, can you read the following words, please?
Uh, weather forecast. International traveler. Cold, hot, windy, warm, wet, degree centigrade. Expect heavy rain, minus, cloudy.
Okay, so what is number two, Fat? Can you read it again?
Forecast.
All right, forecast. You don't pronounce the letter E, okay? You just say forecast. And how about number 13? What is this word? Can you say it again?
Minus.
Okay, very good. Minus. So this is what do you call this one? Structure of a sentence, okay? So the example is subject plus is or am or are plus going to plus verb. So I will give you example, Fat. I am going to buy clothes. Or I am going to eat ice cream. So that is my example, Fat. So how about you, Fat? Can you read the Vietnamese sentences below? Because teacher cannot understand it.
Uh, street Vietnamese
Yeah, can you read it, please?
dùng để diễn tả một dự định, kế hoạch trong tương lai mà người nói đã lên kế hoạch trước đó. Dùng để diễn đạt một dự đoán có căn cứ, có dẫn chứng cụ thể.
So what do you mean by that, Fat?
Is a future.
Oh,
Is
okay.
the
So is it not an example of a sentence?
yes.
Okay. So Fat, wait. I want you, can you make an example using this structure of a sentence?
I am going to play basketball.
Okay, very good. That is very simple. I am going to play basketball. Okay, now let's go to this part. Look at those clouds. Again. Look at those dark clouds. It's going to rain. All right, so exercise number 1, Fat. Listen to these weather reports and check the weather for each day. All right? So now, Fat, teacher will play an audio file and you have to check your correct answer, okay? Are you ready, Fat? Tell me if you're ready.
Yes.
All right, that's good. So let's begin.
1. And here is today's weather forecast for the international traveler. Let's start with Beijing. It will be a cold day in
Okay, again.
Beijing today and 1. And here is today's weather forecast for the international traveler. Let's start with Beijing. It will be a cold day in Beijing today and windy. The low will be 0 and the high will be 6 degrees.
Okay, you put first a tick on your answer. So number one is
Listen,
Oh yeah, Beijing is number one.
it's cold.
It's cold. Okay, I will put a tick. All right, now let's go to number two.
2. Mexico City will be warm and wet with a low of 23 degrees centigrade and a high of 28.
All right, so how about number two, Mexico City?
It's dry.
It's dry. Okay, next one, Fan. Let's go to number three.
3. Tokyo is expecting cloudy weather with heavy rain. The low will be 4 degrees and the high 12.
Okay, so how about Tokyo?
Cloudy.
Cloudy. Okay, number four.
4. New York is going to have a windy day. It will be very cold with a low of -10 and a high of 0.
All right, so how about New York?
It's New York is cold.
Cold. All right, last one.
5. In Taipei, it will be cloudy, wet, and hot today. The low will be 20 degrees and the high will be 30.
All right, so number five is Taipei.
Wet. It's wet.
It's wet. Okay, now let's check your answers, Fact. All right, so these are the answers. Okay, number one is cold and windy. You're correct. Number two, dry and, oh, no. Warm and wet. All right, number three is cloudy and rainy. Number four, it's cold and windy. And number five, it's wet and cloudy. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so you got 4 points on this part. Okay, so Fat, before we go to the next one, let's read the transcript, okay? So let's read alternate, okay? You'll be number one, teacher will be number two.
Okay.
Okay, start reading. Fat, you start reading. And here?
And here is today's weather forecast for the international traveler. Let's start with Beijing. It will be a cold day in Beijing today, and reading the low will be 0 and the high will be 6 degrees.
Degrees. Can you say it one more time? Degrees.
Degrees.
All right, very good. So teacher will be number two. Mexico City will be warm and wet with a low of 23 degrees centigrade and a high 28. Number three, Fact.
Tokyo is expecting cloudy weather with heavy rain. The low will be 4 degrees and high 12.
All right, number four. New York is going to have a windy day. It will be very cold with a low of -10 and a high of 0. Number five.
In Taipei, it will be cloudy, wet, and hot today. The low will be 12 degrees and high will be 30.
Okay, very good. All right, so now let's have exercise number two. Listen again and write the temperatures. Okay, Fat. Okay, teacher will play. And I want you to take note of the temperature, okay?
Okay.
All right, and then teacher will be the one to write because you do not know how to write, right?
Yes.
Okay.
1. And here is today's weather forecast for the international traveler. Let's start with Beijing. It will be a cold day in Beijing today and windy. The low will be 0 and the high will be 6 degrees.
All right, so what will be the temperature of Beijing?
It's cold, cloudy.
Yeah. How about the temperature, Fat? Give me the number. Were you able to understand it?
It's 12.
How about the low? What number is it?
Uh,
You want to listen one more time? Okay, I will play it one more time, Fat. Remember the temperature or the numbers that you will hear, okay?
okay.
Okay, I will play it from the start. Number 1.
1. And here is today's weather forecast for the international traveler. Let's start with Beijing. It will be a cold day in Beijing today and windy. The low will be 0 and the high will be 6 degrees.
All right, so what will be the low temperature, Fat?
It's 0.
Okay, and the high is?
7.
7. Okay, now let's go to number 2.
2. Mexico City will be warm and wet with a low of 23 degrees centigrade and a high of 28.
Okay, how about Mexico?
Mexico is 2.
What number, Fat?
2.
2?
No. Mr. again.
Ah, yes. You weren't able to understand it. Okay, one more time.
Low of 23 degrees centigrade and a high of 28.
Okay. What is the number?
It's
What?
23.
Okay, 23
And 30.
30.
Yes.
All right, number 3.
3. Tokyo is expecting cloudy weather with heavy rain. The low will be 4 degrees and the high 12.
Okay, how about the Tokyo?
It's 4.
And
High is 5.
5. Okay, next one, Fat. Let's go to number 4.
4. New York is going to have a windy day. It will be very cold with a low of -10 and a high of 0.
Okay, how about the New York, Fat?
10 and 0.
What's 10? Is it -10 or +10?
Low is 10 and high 0.
Yeah, what is it? -10 or +10?
-10.
Okay, very good. Last one.
5. In Taipei, it will be cloudy, wet, and hot today. The low will be 20 degrees and the high will be 30.
Okay, now what will be the temperature in Taipei?
It's 23.
And then?
Then it's 7.
7? Oh, are you sure with the high number? What will be the high number?
Number is no.
Okay, one more time.
Low will be 20 degrees and the high will be 30.
Oh, what will be the high number?
It's 23.
And then the other one
is 30.
30?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so now let's check your answers, Fat. All right, so number 1 is 0, and then the high temperature is 6. Next one, 23 and 28. 4 and 5. No, 4 and 12. Minus 10 and 0. 20 and 30. Okay, let's put a check. Okay, number 1 is correct. This one is wrong. 23 is correct. This one is wrong. 4 is correct. This one is wrong. Okay, this one is correct. This one is correct. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, you got 6 points for this part. All right, so now, Fat, let's read the transcript. Okay, you'll be number 1 again. Start reading now.
And here is today's weather forecast. Forecast for international travel. Let's start with Beijing. It will be cold day in Beijing. Today and midday, the low will be 0 and the high 6 degrees.
Okay, Mexico City will be warm and wet with a low of 23 degrees centigrade and a high 28. Number 3, Fact.
Tokyo is expecting cloudy weather with heavy rain. The low will be 4 degrees and the high 12.
All right, number 4. New York is going to have a windy day. It will be very cold with a low of minus 10 and a high of 0. Last one, Fact.
In Taipei, it will be cloudy, wet, and hot today. The low will be 12 degrees and the high will be 30.
All right. All right, so let's learn some new words here, Fat. Okay, can you read it, please?
Go out for a walk. Go for a swim. Put something on. Wear snow. Downtown. At least. Pool. Snow pond fight.
All right. So here, Fat, let's have here some grammar or structure of a sentence. First one is subject plus to be plus to plus adjective plus for somebody plus to plus verb. Okay, example. I will be, no. The ice cream will be too sweet, for the little girl to eat. Okay? So, Fat, can you make an example sentence using this structure of a sentence?
I am to play with my brother to fun.
To fun?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So again, can you say your sentence again, Fat? I
like. Again.
Yeah, can you say it one more time, Fat?
It's I am to fun with my brother to play.
I am too fun with my brother to play. All right, that's your answer?
Yes.
Okay, that is correct. Okay, so anyway, Fat, we don't have enough time to learn tonight. So maybe we can continue this one again on Thursday, okay, Fat?
Okay.
All right, so good night, Fat. See you again on Thursday.
Bye, teacher.
Goodbye. Chukmungon.
Bye.
Kain ka kanin?